So then I'm going to pick up with the protein, and I'm using that same calorie level to start. This time I'm multiplying by 10 to 35%. Again, why? Because the AMDR, acceptable macronutrient distribution range for protein, is 10 to 35% of calories. When I take 2,122, oops, see, I switched my numbers around. Here I was doing 2011. I got to fix that, y'all. Should be 2,112. When I take that number and I multiply by 0.10, I get the calories from protein, 212. I'm going to divide that by 4 to get 53 grams of protein per day. I'm going to do the same thing with the 35%. So when you're working with a client or when you're trying to figure out for yourself, you have a range. Okay, so for my 2,112 calories, I need between 238 grams and 343 grams of carbohydrate per day, between 47 and 83 grams of fat per day, and between 53 and 186 grams of protein. Okay. Your book also talks about another way to figure out protein, and that's to use the RDA for protein. You will be asked this question over and over again, so this is a good thing to memorize. RDA for protein is 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight. So again, we're going to use the example of a 155-pound person. We divide by 2.2 to get their weight in kilograms. That's 70.4. I'm going to take and multiply that by the RDA of 0.8 to get 56 grams of protein per day. And you'll see indeed that falls right into that AMDR range, acceptable macronutrient distribution range. Page 21 in your text talks about fiber. The DRI for fiber is 14 grams per 1,000 calories. We can easily figure out how many grams of fiber someone needs by doing some simple cross multiplication. Now, I don't want anybody to freak out when we see this X here, like I hated algebra. This is so simple. You just need to set up the problem correctly. Okay, so we know that the DRI for fiber is 14 grams per 1,000 calories. And I know that I need 2,112 calories from the calculation above. So I'm going to put an X above the amount of calories, and I'm going to take them cross multiply. 14 grams times 2,112 calories divided by 1,000 gives me 29.5 grams of fiber per day. Or I would say to somebody that they need 30 grams of fiber per day. The last thing we're going to do is figure out fluid needs. Now remember, all of these are for a healthy individual. These will certainly change when we get into chapters 5 and 6, medical nutrition therapy for specific conditions. But as of right now, for healthy individuals, most people need between 25 and 30 milliliters of fluid per kilogram of body weight. So same thing, I took 155 pounds, I divided by 2.2, I got 70.4 kilograms. I'm going to multiply that by 25. I get 1,761 milliliters. I'm going to multiply it by 30. I get 2,112 milliliters. So these are the fluid needs for a 155-pound person that they need per day. If you would rather report it in cups, which we're used to seeing, you can know that 1 cup equals 240 milliliters. So you can divide the milliliters by 240 and report it in cups. Okay. So 1,761 milliliters divided by 240 equals 7.3 cups. 2,112 milliliters divided by 240 milliliters equals 8.8 cups. And there is your explanation of math that you will need for the first few weeks and on for this semester. If you need help, visit a tutor sooner or later. Ask me your questions sooner rather than later. This is the basic math that we need to build on. So we will become experts on this. Talk soon.